Picture the same evening in two homes. In one, someone walks in from a long day, crosses the living room in the shoes that carried them across parking lots and store floors, and drops onto the couch. In another home, those shoes come off at a small step by the door, and the person steps up onto a clean floor in bare feet or slippers. Neither person is thinking hard about it. Both feel perfectly normal to the people doing them, but they lead to very different floors. Today, we're looking at 7 everyday hygiene habits that many Japanese homes and public baths handle differently from what a lot of us grew up with. I want to be careful and honest with you. Some of these are backed by solid science. Some are cultural customs that happen to be practical. And a few of the dramatic numbers you may have heard online don't hold up. So I'll tell you where the evidence is thin. This isn't about anyone being cleaner or better. It's about small, doable choices. Let's walk through them. Number 1, shoes come off at the door. In most Japanese homes, there's an entry area, the genkan, where outdoor shoes are removed before you step up into the living space. Shoes do carry dirt and microbes from outside, and taking them off keeps that on the mat instead of on your floors. Now, I'll be straight with you. Carrying germs on your soles isn't the same as proving those germs make your household sick. But less tracked-in grime means less cleaning and a floor you feel better sitting on. Your action: set a shoe rack by your door and keep a pair of indoor slippers on the other side. Give it 2 weeks. Number 2, routine care around the toilet. A flush does send a fine spray of droplets into the air. You may have heard that closing the lid cuts contamination in half. I looked into that, and a controlled 2023 study actually found that surface contamination didn't depend on whether the lid was up or down. So I won't promise you a magic number. What does help is simple and boring. Wipe down bathroom surfaces regularly, wash your hands after, and keep your toothbrush in a cabinet or a covered holder rather than out on the open counter near the toilet. Your action: move your toothbrush behind a closed door tonight. Number 3, wash before you soak. This is the big one in Japanese bathing culture, and it's well documented. Before entering a shared bath, an onsen, a public sento, or the family tub at home, you wash and rinse your whole body first, sitting on a small stool with a handheld shower. Only then do you get in. The point is that the bathwater stays clean for you and for anyone who uses it after you. I won't tell you this lowers your cortisol or makes the soak physically more effective. That's not established. But for shared water, washing first is simply considerate and cleaner. Your action: if you ever visit a public bath, rinse off thoroughly before stepping in. At home, try it before a family bath. Number 4, wash your hands completely, not quickly. The CDC recommends scrubbing with soap for at least 20 seconds, covering the backs of your hands, between your fingers, your thumbs, and your fingertips. The spots a fast rinse always misses. This isn't uniquely Japanese. It's good practice anywhere, and it's taught to children in a lot of places, Japan included. Your action: the next time you wash, hum "Happy Birthday" twice, and actually reach the thumbs and nails. Notice how much longer that is than what you usually do. Number 5, be considerate with tissues and clean your hands after.
Bless you.
In many Japanese public settings,
all right?
loudly blowing your nose at the table is seen as inconsiderate. There's also a fizzle note worth knowing. Forceful nose blowing creates real pressure inside your nasal passages. I'm not going to tell you that quiet sniffing is medically superior. The evidence doesn't support that, and norms genuinely vary from place to place. The practical middle ground is simple. In public, use a tissue. Don't blow harder than you need to. Throw the tissue away and clean your hands. Your action. Keep a small pack of tissues and a little hand sanitizer in your bag or car. Number 6, don't wash raw chicken. This one surprises a lot of good home cooks. Rinsing raw chicken under the tap doesn't make it safer. The splashing spreads germs like Campylobacter and Salmonella onto your sink, counter, and nearby utensils. The heat of cooking is what actually kills those bacteria on the meat. So skip the rinse. Your action. Pat the chicken dry with a paper towel, throw the towel away right away, wash your hands, and cook the poultry to a safe internal temperature. Check your local food safety guidance for the exact number for the cut you're making. Number 7, clean your high-touch phone. Your phone goes everywhere with you. Tables, counters, your hands before and after everything. And it's a high-touch object that can pick up microbes. You may have seen claims that phones carry 10 times more bacteria than a toilet seat. I'd leave that one aside, because you can't fairly compare microbe counts across different studies and surfaces and turn it into a health risk. But cleaning a thing you press against your face isn't a bad idea. Your action. Wipe your phone once a day, following the manufacturer's cleaning instructions, and wash your hands at the key moments. Before eating, after the bathroom, after being out. So there are the 7. Notice what they have in common. Not one needs a renovation, a special product, or a big change to your life. They're small decisions you make once and then repeat. Shoes at the door, toothbrush in a cabinet, rinse before a shared bath, a full 20 seconds at the sink, a tissue and clean hands, chicken cooked, not rinsed, a phone wiped down once a day. If you try just one thing today, make it the toothbrush. Move it off the open counter and into a cabinet. It takes 3 seconds and you'll never think about it again. Now I'm curious. Which of these 7 surprised you the most? Not the one you already knew, but the one that landed differently than you expected. Tell me in the comments. And if you enjoy calm, practical looks at how everyday life works in Japan, consider subscribing so the next one finds you.